So China plans to switch to anal swab coronavirus testing. Says it's more accurate. See, there it is on camera, guys. And this is a true, real story. Not only is it a real story, but let's see what the story has to say about what's going on in China. So China introduced a new method of coronavirus testing for those in quarantine, which the country says is more accurate. China said people who have tested positive continue to test positive for coronavirus through anal swab samples. I can't even do this with a straight face. I am trying so hard to keep a straight face and like this being like a legitimate news story, which it is, but it's quite funny. Anyway, the anal swab samples while testing negative through a throat sample is why they're so accurate, according to the state-run media. The Washington Post reported on that as well. Everyone involved will be so embarrassed.
Wow.
One Weibo user said, according to the Washington Post, 80% of respondents to a poll on the social media platform said they could not accept the new testing method. Wow. So Chinese infectious disease experts believe the method could raise the rate of identifying people with coronavirus, according to the outlet. However, Chinese doctors believe the new testing method only makes sense in select groups. It's a good thing they're not going to do it widespread.
I think
What you did there.
I think our president and our governor should be the first to sign up for that because then
Bill Gates, let's ask Bill to go too.
Because then, wait, let me get my punchline in there. Because then they can get their head out of their B-U-T-T.
You've been waiting for that
use the
all
Irish
week, haven't
I've been waiting for that. You bet. And you know, ever since I picked that topic, I in the last couple of days, like more and more news people have been picking it up and sharing it, and literally like, this is not real. The double masking and this whole anal swab. And obviously, as one of my nurse friends said, well, it makes sense because everything comes through the colon. So why would that not show positive or not? So case in point, why did we not start with this testing compared to the nose swab and everything like that? Like, why did we not just go straight to the source and start with this anal testing?
I think the ease of access for the nasal swab is much more convenient than
COVID
the
testing
anal
to the
swab.
rear. So
we
much
got to
for
put out there
drive-thrus.
in our group text. Of course, we had to shoot each other memes of bums hanging out the window. By the way, everybody,
You know how hard those are to find?
Okay, does anybody remember the movie Johnny Dangerously? Michael Keaton.
I don't remember that movie.
Oh, I haven't seen it since like I was a kid, but the scene I'll always remember is they were like changing in the car and the dude's hind end was hanging out the car window.
And that's kind of how you
like
imagined
a car
it?
chase.
Yeah.
I know.
Drive-through.
It's like
A little boop.
pull up
Drive-through.
and you're hanging your tail end out the window and here
But
we go.
it's accurate.
But wait.
I mean, it's
There's more
actually
on this
accurate.
news story. There's more. Of course, considering that collecting anal swabs is not as convenient as throat swabs, at the moment, only key groups, such as those in quarantine, receive both. So it's not widespread.
So do you hang your butt out your front door or your front window?
You're right.
Oh my goodness.
It's not.
Well,
widespread.
then the question that I
Hope
have.
they use 2 swabs.
It's like the thermometer, the rectal, and the under the arm thermometer. Which one is?
Could you imagine
Don't
getting
mix
that
up
wrong?
the swabs.
Our
That's
producer
all I
right
have
now
to
is
say.
over there running the cameras and audio, just laughing.
I mean, this stuff is just so stupid. I mean, it's just.
This deserves a laugh. I know we're serious. I know, but how can you not smile with this? I cannot help but imagining, like, you cannot do drive-through, so this means private room, right? Is that what that means?
It definitely means that.
I
But
hope so.
right?
But the people in quarantine, in all seriousness, the people in quarantine in China, they've literally been welding their doors shut.
What does that mean? What do you mean? They're
So they
welding.
can't leave their house.
They're,
Got you.
they're welding.
I thought we were.
they can't leave their house.
Fearful of anal swabbing.
They're not welding their own doors shut.
I'm like, if China's
Maybe
doing
weld or
it.
putty or I don't know.
There we go. Right?
Yeah.
Like, not me.
to keep them in quarantine.
To
They're
keep
welding
them
their
in
doors
That makes
shut.
a lot
quarantine.
more sense.
Yeah. So how do they do the swabbing then if they can't get in?
It's so confusing. Yeah, I mean, there's so much that's confusing about it. Like,
I do wonder if they,
right
if they're,
now.
I wonder if they're trusting the individuals to swab themselves and then put it in a bag. Like, oftentimes when you have to do a urine sample, this or that, sometimes from home or a stool sample, they ask you to bag it properly and then you can. I don't know what the procedure
oh
would
wait,
be.
how come the
And
nurse
that's the
always
question
holds it
is-
for me?
I don't know.
You went to the wrong clinic.
I'm like, I don't want to know.
There
Bring
was
that
an
back.
article on that said that though, that you could do a home
So
stool
I'm wondering,
sample.
home
because,
swabbing.
like I
Yeah.
said, the colon is 100% accurate.
No, it does make sense. I get
Yeah.
it, but let's look at the process though.
1 to 2 inches.
And by the time it reaches your colon,
Got more than the virus.
there's
You got more than you bargained for.
Make sure your testers don't have both hands on your shoulders.
it's too much, guys. It's
Do
too
I get
much.
dinner
Rubber
first?
gloves, mask.
Question.
Again,
I'm
I'm
gonna
going
need
to
a
nominate
Okay.
our governor to take the first one in Minnesota.
Right.
I'll second
He's
that.
been testing all about it.
I think we just hit second base. I'm sorry. I could go on and on, but
But I was gonna try to roll with that, but it's too hard.
however, instead of but.
Here we go.
On
This-
that note,
what's really weird to me is this is an actual thing that's happening.
it is.
I mean, do they not want coronavirus to go away?
People are hesitant about getting tested with the nasal swabs.
So,
Yeah, right?
How many people are going to raise their hand and drop their pants?
well, here's my thing too. Like, so why didn't this come up in the beginning?
That's
we did
what I
nasal and
said.
throat, and all of a sudden now in the middle of this, the midst, they're like anal swabbing's the way to go. So
Yeah.
somebody at some point said, let's swab an anus
spice it up a
and
bit."
see if this gives more accurate results. And it worked, obviously. So, I always, as my brain has more questions, who is the guinea pig? Who did it? And
When does Mayo Clinic start it?
Yeah, exactly.
Are you raising your hand?
No, I'm nominating our governor for it.
Is that like an ice bucket challenge? It'd be anal swabbing challenge? It'd be like, I don't know.
Oh, my
Just saying.
Lord.
Could go viral. I'm just saying.
COVID tested.
No.
At
Before
all
we get any
available
deeper
drive-thrus now.
into this,
Probing.
Yeah, have you written all these down this
Testing, yeah,
week? List of puns. Butt
All
puns.
right.
yeah.
That was good fun.
COVID swabbing puns.
we might need a break.
It's true. I mean, it really is true, though. I
a
mean, they're
cigarette,
planning
oh.
it and they're doing it. How long before it comes to the U.S.? You know what I mean? That's
Is it going to cost
Well,
more?
Right.
Because it's going to take more time.
And then
Well,
there's
and
privacy
like Harmony
issues.
said earlier, it's going to be private room.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
privacy
you know.
issues.
Yeah.
People are going to feel I would imagine people are going to feel a lot more violated than, doing a throat, or a nasal. You're literally asking somebody to take down their pants and bend over. I know that sounds terrible, but, it's true.
But wait, it's 100% accurate.
Well, I think we need to bring in the experts and have the dairy farmers and their milking parlors where people just back in and they go around the milking parlor and just
Assembly line.
assembly
Oh,
line.
man.
Swab, swab, swab.
That's our future.
Farmers have been doing it for a long time. So
Yeah,
I used to
that's a
dairy
good
ears.
point.
And then you get a cookie afterwards, just like giving blood.
But don't you think that would be more at home? I think I'd do the testing more at home
I
than in a
would
clinic. I mean, that's what not this particular
Do
one,
you
but there was
wanna-
another article that I read that was like, that's what it was.
Okay, so I have to go here. So if we're going to do these things at home, and I would hope that people would be truthful about it, right?
Yeah.
So is somebody worried that they don't want to be, say, oh, you have COVID or whatever, and then they're like, can you swab for me?
like a
Can
clean
you?
urine
Can,
test.
So here's
For drug testing.
yes,
what they've
I need
Selling
to
my
work.
clean poo.
I will give you $50 if you swab for me. I don't know. I'm imagining all scenarios.
It's a true entrepreneur
have-
right there.
I have my vacation booked. Can you please swab your butt for me so I can go on vacation?
and that's exactly that it's
good point.
it's first they shoved it down our throat.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to force it up our vacation plans and ruining it all.
Right.
But the flu went away.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Let's talk about Bigfoot.
On that note.
Oh, I feel like there could be something very relatable there, but we won't.
This is going to have to be paid programming again, I think.
Hey, a lot of people have asked how they can support the work we're doing here at Matt Logan Speaks. Well, you see this hammer that I got in my hand? It's pretty big. All you have to do is hammer the share button. Go ahead and hammer out a comment to us. Go ahead and hammer the like button. Go ahead and hammer the subscription button. Go ahead and hammer the notification bell so that when we have new content up, you're the first to know about it. We really appreciate the comments, shares, likes, because you know what? That's the best way you can support us, because the algorithms on all these fancy computers, that's what they need. We appreciate it.